Hey guys, thank you for joining me today in Godspot. I want to talk to you about the fact that your life matters. It says in these words in Matthew 18, 11 through 13, "For the Son of Man has come to save that which was lost. What do you think? If a man has 100 sheep and one of them goes astray, does he not leave the 99 and go to the mountain to seek the one that is straying? And if he should find it, assuredly I say to you, he rejoices more over that sheep than over the 99 that did not go astray." So here is God, he looks on the earth and he sees the masses of people that are in great need. And Jesus wanted to really bring it down to the fact that God sees the masses, but he sees us as individuals, that we are all different and wonderfully made. And what Jesus is trying to do is use his powerful illustration to bring that understanding into our lives, that the individual does matter to the kingdom of God. In fact, the individual matters most of all. Now, just recently in Morocco, there was thousands of people who were displaced and killed simply because there was an earthquake. Now, when we hear that statistic, we are desensitized. It really doesn't mean a lot to us. But when you hear the story of the little girl who's found after 3 days in the rubble, and she was about 3-4 years old, that moves us. And in fact, it can make some of us even tear up. It was Joseph Stalin, who wasn't a great leader. He was a very paranoid leader. But he said a quote, and it really matters. It says these words: "The death of one man is a tragedy, but the death of a million is a statistic." Now, don't get me wrong. Numbers are important because they never lie. It's very important in business or in ministry. We need to know the numbers and we need to be able to calculate the numbers because they don't lie. But we also need to understand that our lives matter is a core universal need that we all have. And it's actually a necessary component to well-being. Mattering is a form of welcoming the individual into the community of connection and companionship. And it's the individual that really matters the most in ministry, even in business. Although we serve many, many people, we are always emphasizing on the importance of the individual, that it matters to them. Let me give an example. The finance department. You can go into a finance department, they're always calculating, always doing the numbers. And what can happen every now and again, someone doesn't put their timesheet in. And when they don't put their timesheet in, it means they miss that pay cycle. Now, the pay office can look at that when the guy finally or the woman finally puts it through and says, "Well, sorry, you missed out. You won't get it till next fortnight." Now, that can happen. It happens in a lot of companies. But I believe that's not what should happen. What should happen is, all right, they got in late, and we don't encourage that, but there's a person involved in this. They have bills, and under the current situation of the economy, we need to make sure they get the money into their hands that they've earned. And that's caring about the individual. So how do we care for individuals? This is not so much about us mattering, it's about other people. Think about this. Well, how do we help other people feel like they matter? Well, we need to take time to ask about what they think or they even prefer in decisions that are made. Maybe inquire about their hopes, their fears, their values, even their interests. Acknowledge their efforts and achievements continuously. Express gratitude and appreciation towards them. Invest time and energy into their well-being. Express belief in the capacities of that individual. Let them know that they are needed and in fact they are wanted. Reach them with compassion when expected or even needed. Even go out of your way to enhance their well-being, or share events and memories that are positive and negative with them and have a laugh with them. Whatever you do, it's about uplifting them. You know, some days as a CEO in a business, I spend most of my time walking around saying hello to people, visiting people, spending just a few minutes with them, not going into deep detail, but asking them about their family, their children, and maybe a situation that happened recently. And you know why I do that? Because I want them to know that they matter and they care, and that I care for them, and that they are an individual and they're very significant and important to this company. And you'd be surprised the impact it has and how it's really helped our culture. I hope this helps you today. Hit the like button, share it with someone else, reach out, make someone else feel significant today. Thanks for listening.